Hello everyone, Amod here from the Target Com YouTube channel, and this will be another video in this assured end-to-end framework playlist. So we have already integrated extend report in our framework, and extend report is being generated for a positive test case. Here is the report. Now we need to see how this report behaves when a test case fails. So let's me do and create a negative test case where the test case or assertion will fail. So what I'm going to do, we already know that if you're passing the same ID, then we are getting some error. Okay, so let me run and quickly check what error code we get. Okay, so please make sure that if you are using your custom listener, then you cannot run this individual classes like this. You need to run via your testng.xml or pom.xml. So let me go and run via pom.xml. Because in testng.xml you need to mention that where you have defined your listeners. Because if listeners doesn't run, then it will not initialize your variables, whatever you have created for extend report and all. Okay, so test case is failed. Let me go up and see what is the error code it has given. Okay, so expected 200 but found 400. If you go up, that is saying that there is an airline registered under same ID you have entered. So obviously it would have generated the extend report. Let me go and open the report first. Okay, so this will be the final report, and we can see here my test case is failed, but still it is marking as passed. Right, you can see assertion is failed, but still we are getting the status as passed. Why? Because we have not done anything when the test case fails. Means if you go to my setup.java where I am implementing the iTest listener, so here we have multiple methods actually. Inside this we have methods called like onTestStart, onTestSuccess, onTestFailure, skipped and other things, right? And we have already overridden some of methods like onStart, onFinish and one more method onTestStart. Okay, and these three methods are already responsible for onStart is responsible for initializing the extend report. OnFinish it will flush the report, means it will generate the report, and onTestStart it will create a test case in my extend report. But we have not set up what should happen when test case is passed and when test case is failed. So let me go and copy this method onTestFailure. We will also implement onTestSuccess, but yeah, as of now let's implement onTestFailure. Okay, so just remove the default, use the public, and what I want when test case is failing, okay, I want test to be marked as failed in my extend report. So already we know that if the test case fail, automatic control will come to this method. Okay, you no need to do any explicit check and all. When the test case failed, any assertion failed, automatically it will call this method onTestFailure because we are using listeners. So here what you can do, you can simply call the already we have created the custom logger method, right? Extend report manager dot log fail. Okay, log failure details. So we need to get what failed. Okay, so you have one option like you can do the result dot, and we have here get throwable because it is through some exception. Get throwable dot get message. Okay, means it will give you these details. It will give you this detail. Okay, and it will print in the report. Let me run and see how it looks. Okay, so let me see if the report is generated. Yeah, it is generated. Let me open it, and here you can see now test case is marked as fail because obviously assertion is failing, so it will go to onTestFailure. And here if you go down, you can see it is printing expected 200 but found 400, and it is coming in red because already we have created the custom logger. Now this is good, right? But suppose when you see the report, this is good for some client and all, right, who doesn't know that much coding and all, or they don't bother about what is the reason of failure, right? But suppose when you are looking at this report, you need to understand where at which line it got failed. Okay, means you should see some stack trace, right? Then only you can debug it. So what I want, whatever log I am getting here, all these log, right, what I want, this should be coming in the report, so that when I view the report, I can understand at which line failure occurred. So for that also we have some way. What you need to do, if you call result dot get throwable, right, it will give you throwable this one instance. If you click on this one, we have already method like get stack trace. So it will give you all the trace. Whatever I just showed you, it will give you that one. Now we can print this in my report. If you see, the get stack trace is giving you an array, okay, stack trace element array. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to create this as a convert to string. So for that we have simple method, like we can do arrays dot to string, okay, and just pass this method. So what will happen, whatever stack trace you are getting, that is in array format of stack trace element array. So that I am going to convert into string. Let me store into a variable. I will name it a logs or maybe stack trace. Let me print this in my report. So action report manager dot, again use the log failure, okay, and just pass this stack trace. Let me run the test case again. I am doing step by step, just want to show like how we can make the report better. Okay, so execution is over. Let me go and check the report. So here test case will fail, and if you come here, it is coming like this one, right? This is really bad formatting. You need to copy, you need to go and then you need to format it, right? So let's do something so that it will come in this report as formatted only. But before that, let me copy and show you how it is returning in the report. So Control C, open the notepad and paste it here. If you see here, it is giving you an array, right? Already I have shown you that I converted to string. You can see this is one entry, okay, then another we are having like this, okay. So each line they are returning you as an array. If you go here and see here logs, right, it will be the same log, okay. You can see org testndsr 110, same line you are getting here, right? So everything they are giving you as an array. So how can I format it? We can format it if we can remove this or replace this comma by some HTML tag called BR, break line. Okay, let's do and see how the report will be generated this time. So I'm going to call stack trace dot replace all, and I will pass average comma, then replace it with the BR character, okay, HTML break line. So it will go to new line, okay, and let me store it again. Now let me run it again. So execution is over. Let me go and open the report. Okay, so this is better, right? At least some odd way getting it better. But if you see, still this looks bad actually. This is giving all the stack trace in new line, but still it is bad. Formatting is bad. We should get the similar format whatever we have here, right? Whatever we see in console. So what we can do further? And one more thing, why to show this much logs here? We should have some way so that we should give a control to user if they want to see the logs. Means we can create some label like click here to see the exception log, and then only it should open. Why so we should see it like this? So we simply just need to put some HTML code. So in HTML we have something called details tag, okay. So detail disclosure element. If you go here and open the first link here, you can see it is showing some HTML code, some very simple HTML code, and here we can see inside summary we have something details, and then we have some values here, right? So you can see the output is like details, and when you click on it, it will then show the inside or hit the text whatever you see here. So similar thing I want to implement here as well. Means I will not going to show the logs by default. I will give a control user to expand it and see the logs. Okay, so let me copy paste in my stack trace here, sorry, notepad. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create means click here to see exception logs. Okay, simple label. And inside this I'm going to this stack trace. So let me copy the code here, means HTML code whatever I just created, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to format it again. So string formatted trace, okay, and let me paste it here. So this is HTML code. Now instead of this I want to print the logs, so I will simply remove this part, use the plus double quotes, and just add this stack trace, okay. And now the same formatted trace I will pass it here, okay. So this time it will not show the logs by default. Let me run and show you. Okay, so test is done. Let me see the report. Okay, so here we can see it is giving you the label. Click here to see the exception logs, and if you click on it, you are seeing the logs then, right? So we achieved this part. Okay, again if you click here, so it will be closed. Now still I don't want to see the logs in red. This looks really bad. Okay, and also I don't want this formatting. Okay, so see, so why we are getting this formatting? Because we are using the custom logger, right? Means we are putting some colors. So what I'm going to do, instead of using the log failure details with the color, simply I will go and duplicate this method, and I will simply log failure. I will put log exception details. Okay, and I will simply remove this color code and all, because this is not needed, and I will simply put log. Here the only difference, here I am using the red color, here I am printing it in default color. Okay, and let me use this method now. Then let me run the test. Okay, so execution is done, and let me see the report. Okay, so here test case is failed, and we can see it is generating the response body also, and it is giving you like like the error message, because we are printing the message, and then on when click you are getting the logs as well. So from here you can go and backtrack your flow, whether it is a bug or what happened to test case. So this looks good, right? So we'll further improve our report in upcoming videos, but still you have any suggestion, or if you want me to show something special in the report, please ping me, or you can comment on this video. I will surely find and try to add that in report. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.